Hi everybody, it's time for the weekly video. Despite those plummeting subscriber numbers, I am going to keep making you endure my face and voice once a week whenever possible. And as mentioned a couple of weeks ago, it's Lego time because I'm a grown man and I've got into Lego. So what happened was a couple of weeks, I think before Valentine's Day, my partner, my lovely, loving partner, said, I've got a surprise for you. It's arrived early, you can have it early. And I was like, what is that? So, number one. Let's see if I can... Oh, I've dropped Hooper. This was the surprise. It is the Jaws Lego. Oh. And it comes slightly unclipped at the corner. So we've got the Orca. Hooper keeps falling off because I keep putting him here. You've got, I've gone blank on the names, and it's like my favourite film of all time. Quint. Here's to Swimming with Bow-Legged Women. Brody. And of course you've got the shark looming up to get the boat. You have the shark separately. So at the moment it's only half a body. You build the shark and then you disconnect it to show it attacking the boat. I'm just going to pop that back there. So that was number one, and I think that's like a really nice set. The detail here is beautiful. It's fun having the characters. I loved building the fishing chair. I loved putting all the accessories on. There's a little chum bucket there, and the rigging was done. That's it. I'm going to put this back very carefully now. So I'm always worried when I have to move it. Right. There we go. Let's see if we can get Hooper back on there. There it goes. Hooper's on there. So that was that. Apologies, it doesn't make for gripping video content where I'm just trying to gently slide a Lego piece back in. Ah, Hooper has gone. Next up was this bad boy. Yes. The Ecto 1. Now this is where I really started to learn about the power of Lego. When you have the gunner chair, I didn't really know what I was doing, and it's wonderful. Let me see if I can get that angle for you. Let's see it. There we go. Now, there's also, for this one, the little extra trap set there, and then you have a tail light that you pull out, and it reveals a little lamp down there. It's all really nicely put together. It's really quite complex. I put on all the little rust stickers. Some people just keep it looking brand new. I wanted to, if it's in the book, I do it that way. That is it. You can drive this. It is steerable, and when you drive it, things move around. It's all built in and connected. The ladders on the side. This is obviously the Ecto one from the newer films, the way it is, and I'm not going to be churlish about that. It's a huge Ecto 1 Lego model. I was going to jokingly say to my partner, oh, but it's not the classic Ecto 1. But I thought, even for me, that would be a little bit too ungrateful and just ridiculous. So that took me a while, but I started to get the bug. The thing about Lego, as people who already do Lego know, it is really nice and just kind of relaxing. I would joke with my partner when I was worried. I was like, follow the process. The instruction books are amazing for what they show you. A lot of the pieces are designed to be obviously at least 180 degrees turnable, some of them 360. But if there are certain positions or whenever you are interlocking things a certain way, the guide is really clear. You just have to make sure you look. Like, I've had moments where I've gotten further along. I was doing Jaws. I got further along and there was a curved piece that I could not find. And it was curved and angled a slight way. I put it earlier on as part of the shark with a standard curved piece. So I know this doesn't make sense if I'm just saying this, but I had to take out the standard curved piece, and I knew that the curved angled piece was the one that was supposed to go there. I'd just been quickly going through pieces and I'd done the wrong thing. So there's that. But if I'd been looking at the picture more carefully instead of getting excited about finishing a Jaws Lego build, I would have known that straight away, and they make it clear. Anyway, when the Ecto 1 arrived, my partner said I had something else due, and then it was never in stock. She'd got it because it was at a great price, and then they said it's in stock, do you still want it? And she was like, yes. So here we go, we're living the dream. I went for that choice for Doc. He had a couple of different looks, and Marty is Marty, because let's see when this falls off. There we go. I went for this choice with the DeLorean. As you can see, the plutonium's in there, the hoverboard, Mr. Fusion on the back, and yet you even have the classic gull wing door design, and of course I leave that part. You can completely close that, but I didn't want to do it. You also have obviously the flux capacitor. There we go. Now this is kind of the end of my learning curve, as it were. I don't know why I say the learning like that. This is the end of my learning curve, because it's superb. It didn't take me long at all, and it can be built 3 different ways. When you get the instructions and you get the parts, you can have it looking like the classic Back to the Future DeLorean, where you have obviously the hook ready at the back to catch the cable for the lightning, and you don't have a Mr. Fusion, you just have a kind of plain back. You can have it like this, the one I chose, because I liked the look and thought it looked cool with the wheels up. Oh, by the way, I mean, the wheels do. So you can drive this and then, and you can have the Back to the Future 3 version, which has slightly different inners on the tires, and I think some wood paneling around it and some different cabling. So yeah, I was building this one. I thought, we're not going to have a repeat of anything I've done earlier. I'm going to be sure about every section. I'm going to then lock it in, and I'm going to have even more faith in the process. Because you build stuff, you have no idea really where it's going. I guess some people do if they've been doing it for years. I was just like, I trust the process. I will see what the big picture is like when it's done. So that was that. Jaws, Ecto 1, DeLorean. Beautiful. More than enough for me. My lovely partner also bought the unit. I could display them on. That was nice. It's a distraction. It was really good. I don't want to get seriously into it. I don't want to get obsessed. Just a few movie things, but I've already been eyeing up the Rivendell set, which is amazing. And then I kind of had to, yeah, it's a Home Alone house, and you can see the back how that opens up. I watched a YouTube video of someone building the Home Alone house. There's a lot of great Lego content out there, by the way, as I'm sure you know if you're watching this as a Lego fan. people show you the builds. And if you go to Lego and the Lego ideas, the Lego challenges, it's all really great. Anyway, I watched a YouTube video of someone building the Home Alone house, and I had a friend who had the Home Alone house, and they'd gone about how good it was. Yeah, the Home Alone house looks amazing. It's got so many little extra features. It's just wild to me how much more advanced and brilliant this is compared to when I was a kid. And I would maybe try and build a house and then stick a weird, totally round tree on top. It looked like a green, funky lollipop. Yeah, Lego isn't that anymore. It's way beyond that. The mechanisms are amazing. The designs are, they're just, yeah, they're fantastic. So that should be the last one because we don't have any more room. But as I say, I do like to look at that Rivendell set, but I shall try and resist. That's really expensive and all. Yeah, these don't often come cheap, but apparently the DeLorean was about £50 cheaper than it usually is. Where my partner saw it, I think she got a decent deal on Jaws and the Ecto One. So that's it. I did say a couple of weeks ago, might be time to show off the Lego. I got those builds done. It was time to show off the Lego. That means not so much of the movie chat this week, although I enjoyed building these Lego sets even more because they revolve around three of my favourite films. So I'm a typical 80s film fan. Jaws is 70s, obviously. But Jaws is my favourite film of all time. The Back to the Future trilogy is superb, and Back to the Future remains one of my all-time favourites, including one of my all-time favourite scripts. Just so beautifully constructed, and if you haven't watched it for a while, I would advise you to rewatch it and take note of how every line of dialogue is a character moment or a setup or a payoff. Like it's beautiful. And I believe years ago I said it should be studied for those constructing screenplays, and someone said, "Oh yeah, it's one of them." And Ghostbusters. Look, I'm not a fan of the new Ghostbusters movies. I love Ghostbusters. I don't mind Ghostbusters 2. It's not great, is it? But it's got some fun ideas. I didn't mind the female Ghostbusters reboot film that they then try and ignore, although it felt less like a Ghostbusters film and more like a film in which those funny females could be funny, which was okay with me. Is it Ghostbusters Afterlife? I've gone blank on the name. That was okay, but really sort of piles things on at the end that I wasn't particularly keen on. And then Ghostbusters Frozen Empire is the worst of the Ghostbusters films. Let's see. Sorry, I've had something come up on the phone there. Yeah, Frozen Empire is really bad. And another example of one of those films or shows where they decide to try and make more money by packing in every possible fan reference that they can to just keep everyone happy, and then end up not really keeping anyone happy, in my view. Although newcomers may have got more from it than me. And younger viewers, it was maybe skewing a bit younger with little baby Stay Puft Marshmallow Men and all that. Which I forgot to show you in the Ecto One, you put a little sticker on a packet of Stay Puft Marshmallows as well. Who's done in the style of a Lego minifig. That's it. Minifig. Like, I'm trying to pass myself off as some Lego expert now. So, I'll see what I come up with by next week. I'll see if we lose any more subscribers by then. There's been a couple, the number just goes down week on, week out. I'm still not doing anything to add any polish or any real appeal. I can understand why folk might press play and then turn it off after a minute or two. But I'd love to know if you've done any Lego as an adult And I'd love to know if you have any favourites or if you're tempted by anything that you've seen here. And yeah, I recommend it. It's very nice and calming. It's a soothing feeling as you're just page by page putting these things together that then build up into something that you still can't always see taking shape until it's very late on, and then suddenly you're like, all right, that's nearly done. That's amazing. Or you recognize stuff I didn't when I was doing the DeLorean. I I didn't realize I was building the iconic gull wing doors. You do them separately. I did one, and then I saw where to clip it on. I was like, of course, that side bit is the mirror. Of course, it's the door. And putting it on and trying to make sure the mechanism works smoothly, and it was yeah, it was wonderful. It was really satisfying. Was it the highlight of my week? I wouldn't like to say that, but it definitely was. Anyway, take care. Have a good week. I shall see you next week or the week after or whenever I have some content to share. Bye.